Is of course one of the breaking stories today where Shepherd Bushiri, his wife and co-accused have been granted bail. The self-proclaimed prophet, his wife and 3 others face charges of fraud, theft and money laundering to the value of over 100 million rands. On Monday, the state argued the couple is a flight risk. Now, following the story for us is Tshegoajo Moagi, who is in court at the moment. Tshegoajo, just break down and unpack for us what are some of the conditions and what is expected of the accused in terms of them receiving their bail.
Well, Morena, good morning. And it's very interesting that you mentioned the issue of the state saying that they are a flight risk. One of those conditions is that all travel documents, so anything that could assist them to leave the country, needs to be handed over to the investigating officer. Those are one of those bail conditions. Of course, they have been granted bail of 200,000 rand each. So Bushiri himself will have to pay 200,000 rand together with his wife. Landu Ntokwane, who is, of course, accused number 6, she has been granted bail of 100,000 rand, while Zethu Mudolo, who is accused number 2, has been granted bail of 20,000 rand. Now, the main reasons also that the magistrate says she's handed down this particular bail is that the state did not give enough evidence as to what they were saying about the issue of them being a flight risk. And also, Morena, something that of course played out as well was the fact that they have been given bail in a previous case and they have not broken those bail conditions. But just to give clarity also on more of these bail conditions, they of course have to report to their nearest police station Monday to Friday between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. To the officers, to the police station there, and they have to do that Monday to Friday. They've also been warned, and the magistrate warning them not to threaten any of the state witnesses, not to threaten any of the prosecutors. And of course, she does say because they do have a church, they may not also speak about this particular trial within the church. But the big thing is the threatening as well. Also, interestingly enough, she mentioned the issue of the title deed. They have to hand over, the Bushiri couple has to hand over their title deed as soon as possible by tomorrow, 5 o'clock. And this will be handed over to the NPA. And if they break their bail conditions, then they will use that particular title deed as well against them.
Tshegoajo, do we know what the status of accused number 1 is?
Well, accused number 1, Vila Mudolo, he will be applying for bail on Friday, but all the other accused are expected to be in court on Friday because they are facing the same charges of fraud, theft and money laundering. So they are expected to be back in court on Friday, where accused number 1 will be applying for bail on Friday.
All right. We're going to move now to Lindokuhle Xulu, who is outside court at the moment and has been trying to get reaction from some of the supporters. He did mention earlier on that there's a mandate given to the supporters to not speak to media because it is said that media has been driving a different kind of narrative. Lindokuhle, I have you back again. Just have you been able, firstly, to spot Shepherd Bushiri and his wife and the other co-accused, and have you managed to have anybody speak to you?
Well, as the celebrations continue, all eyes were on this particular door. This is where they were expecting that the major one, the self-proclaimed Shepherd Bushiri, would be coming out. But I want to move with my colleague here to show you a different entourage. And one an evangelist, which we understand will be the one addressing the crowds and not Bushiri. It is quite difficult to navigate through here, but it seems that an address to the supporters, and they will not be seeing now. But let's say will be speaking. It seems that evangelist will be speaking. The police is seemingly trying to control the traffic as fast as now. Some of the vehicles to pass here, but let's turn our attention now. I'll ask Kamukalo to turn our attention to, in fact, Evangelist Fries, who is the gentleman there wearing one dress and a sense of direction as to what will be happening here. We're going to get closer and just take it to what will be said here.
And listen to the message. Hallelujah! Those ones there, can you listen to me? Can you listen? Stop that now! Stop that now!
Well, it seems that they're still trying to get here, but there is a mic to this speaker that will be used by the evangelist Francis. Let's take a look at what unfolds. But of course, this
All right, unfortunately, we have seemingly a break in connection to Lindo Guhle, who is outside court at the moment, but he did mention that one of the evangelists who, of course, is in support of Shepherd Bushiri and his wife, Mary, is about to address the crowd out there as they wait to catch picture of Shepherd Bushiri himself coming out of that very entrance you saw in your picture. But we're going to go